We serial killers are your sons, we are your husbands, we are everywhere, and there will be more of your children dead tomorrow. Society wants to believe it can identify evil people, or bad or harmful people, but it's not practical. There are no stereotypes. That's a quote from Ted Bundy, serial killer who tortured and murdered over 30 women. Ted Bundy was described as charming and good-looking, but that was not his true power, the thing that made him one of the most deadliest men that lived in modern times. Ted used a baiting technique of typically dressing like a victim of injury, crutches, arm slings, or otherwise injured to gain the trust of unsuspecting women through pity or empathy. While we can certainly argue that what sets men like him apart is the ability to kill in a way that others just cannot fathom, we cannot deny that the very thing that made him so effective as a predator was concealment. Bundy concealed his weapons, his intentions, his capabilities, and his darkness. He concealed his evil. So we can identify his primary dangerousness as a predator as a perfection of the art of concealment. Why do I use this despicable human being as an example? Because he is the poster boy of what the enemy can accomplish with concealment. Over 30 kills. 30 plus kills. Before you understand how important concealment is to your own training in daily life, you should clearly understand how vital it is to your enemy. The criminal element has been practicing concealment way longer than you have and for higher stakes. They were hiding drugs, weapons, lies, and other intentions from their families, school officials, police, and society in many cases for their entire lives. And here you are thinking concealment means not printing with a pistol under your shirt. In the natural world, there are very few predators that, while operating in predator mode, allow themselves to be seen early in the stalk. Predators and ambush go hand in hand, but ambush does not always mean blindsided. Often, it's simply positioning to a more advantageous position. Human predators operate exactly the same way. It's actually much easier to get close to us because we have social norms and boundaries that leave us vulnerable. If someone approaches you on the street in a seemingly non-threatening way, it is simply unacceptable to flail your arms about and yell wildly and brandish a weapon at them. This is what I refer to as the exploitation of social courtesies. The criminal predator knows how to get close to you, oftentimes within touching distance, before you can reasonably set a boundary. Therefore, the art of concealment becomes your attacker's and your greatest asset. The work now begins to make concealment your greatest asset. By understanding how it works to be a predator yourself, you can begin to cultivate an attitude of concealment that becomes a daily practice. This need not be deceptive in a negative way. Your moral code and sense of protectiveness can lead your decisions. But you do need to understand concealment and positioning if you want to win in a predator versus predator situation. Concealment is an ultimate advantage all day long. You have knowledge that no one knows you have. You have skills that no one knows you have. You have capabilities that no one knows you have. You have essentially adapted to the laws of the jungle and can meet the predator at his own game now.